the crisis of society, anybody can tell you, is getting more dire. More people are being diagnosed with depression and anxiety. More children are trying to commit suicide. More children are being diagnosed with all manner of disorders. There's an increase in health issues such as diabetes and heart disease, and well, except as related to smoking, because that's going down, obesity and so on, more autoimmune disease. And just in society, people are more scared. They feel less safe. They feel less secure. There's more harshness in the political discourse. So from that point, and from that point of view, things are getting harder. On the other hand, there's also a counter movement. There's people who are trying to, and people are mocked for waking up. They're called woke, and that's supposed to be a bad word. Imagine a culture in which being awake is a pejorative. That's what we've got to. You're woke. Somebody criticized the book online. It's so woke. Thank you very much. I'd rather be awake.
Want to be awake.
I'd rather be awake than sleep. And James Baldwin, the great American black writer, he said that in this country, words are used more to cover the sleeper than to wake him up. And so waking up is a good thing to do,
So you feel like there's a counterbalance to that.
So more people are also waking up. This book being on the New York Times bestsellers for 8 weeks, being on the Canadian bestsellers list since it came out, being published in 27 other languages. Other books on trauma, Bessel van der Kolk's book on trauma, The Body Keeps the Score, 13 weeks now on the New York Times bestsellers list. Bruce Perry's book with Oprah, What Happened to You on Childhood Trauma. That's a sign of people asking questions and awakening and trying to understand. So as the crisis deepens, also more people are questioning what's going on and trying to wake up and deal with reality. So I think both trends are going on. Which will win out? I have my own strong faith, and you might call it spiritual, you might call it humanistic, I don't know what to call it, but I believe that we do have the capacity to solve the problems facing us even now. So both things are happening. That's what I would say, and I think you'd agree.
I think both things are happening. I'm not sure if I feel in my heart the same optimism that you do. I have a bit more of an absurdist take on it, which is that I believe human awakening is possible at any moment, including at the very, very last moment when it's too late. And I imagine a scenario in which the very last group of human beings is fighting amongst themselves, completely caught up in their egos, destroying the environment around them, defiling the earth, turning their backs on God. And then just as the meteor is about to hit and swallow up the planet, they all look up into the sky and go, oh, okay. And then life is obliterated. And I kind of like that ending.
Which happens to people close to their death, actually.
Yeah, which, death is inevitable. Everything is ephemeral. Everything is always changing. To me, it's about keeping the flame of that alive. And maybe that's my artist temperament, too. Artists make art not to change the world. I do think that the word woke has been bastardized by people on all sides of it, and it can turn into a sort of an affect or a place where always having to put out forward a certain message through everything. And I think in art, there's value in just keeping possibility alive, the human spirit alive, just for the sake of it, just so that it's there. It's closer to hand when we most need it, without any guarantee of any results, without any guarantee of a happy ending or saving the day. And so I think even if we're heading in the wrong direction, even if we're hurtling off a cliff, waking up to how it is powerful, and it's important, and it's worth it. So I'm proud to be a part of a project that's about that.
Awesome. So last point, maybe the people creating so much toxicity in the culture are really just waking people up.
Well, it has that effect. The society creates its own contradictions, and the one wakes the other one up, and poor Jonah had to spend time in the stinking belly of a whale before he woke up,
Well, a lot of us have already done that. We've already been there, so we don't need more.
So the template for all this is in the tradition, and human beings sometimes go through some difficult times before they find their way, and as the great Greek playwright Aeschylus said in one of his plays, that the way the master created us is that we have to suffer into truth, you know.
One long ayahuasca journey.
One more bitter drink of ayahuasca.
There we go. Well, thank you so much again. Pleasure. And honor.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sit down with you.